What's going on, guys? I wanted to make a quick video because I discovered a cool hack that I have determined that can help save you guys some money on filters for your Intex pool, as well as a lot of time and a little bit of a headache with the low water pressure coming through the pump scenario. So let me show you what I've got set up outside first, and then I'll tell you what my hack is. So basically what I've got set up is this is a Intex 10 by 30, I think it's a 35 or 30 inch pool. We got the ladder and all that kind of stuff. But basically around the back over here, you'll notice we got the pump is running right now. We got the bubbles coming out, everything's looking good. Mine has the double hose outlet, so it's taking water out of the pool through two hoses, pumping it into the pump and out into one jet here. So this is the H pump, okay? This is one of the smallest pumps that they make for these pools. This just came with a set that I got on Amazon, which I'll link down in the description below so you guys can check that out. But it's the really, really small pump. And one of the main issues that I was having with this guy is after like a day of swimming, the kids, the kids in here swimming and doing their whole kid thing in the heat and stuff like that, the pump over there, you'd stop seeing those bubbles running and the jet was just barely pushing any water at all. And so basically what I started to find was that the filter, this little tiny filter, was just literally getting overworked, and it would just get clogged with junk literally within like a day or two of putting a brand new filter in. Being a guy that kind of likes to do it yourself, I was like, there's got to be a better way than having to take this thing apart every time, clean out the filter, get all the junk out of it, or replace the filter, right, and put them in there. I mean, a pack of these guys aren't very expensive. I think they're like 20 bucks for a pack of 4, but I changed one of these already once, and I've had the pool for about 2.5 weeks now, and I'm like, okay, if I do that, I'm gonna be spending a lot of money and a lot of time changing this filter. So what I did is I started thinking, how can I affect this? How can I filter out even more of that junk before it gets into the filter and let the filter get the really micro stuff that needs to get removed from the water in the filter? So I came up with a pretty good idea that is actually working really, really well. So let me show you what I did. I went down to a pool supply store. You can find them online. They're these pool socks that are used for above ground skimmers, right? So if you don't have a skimmer, mine does not have a skimmer. It has the water filter, the large filters over the intakes, but that's about it. So you get these large socks that go inside, they stretch inside your skimmer on a big pool, and they basically filter out leaves and sticks and all micro stuff, because I mean this mesh is very, very tight and very, very small, but the water still permeates really, really well. So you're probably thinking, okay, well, how did he Jimmy rig this? Well, let me show you what I did. So basically I rolled that long filter up into like a tube sock. I just rolled it over itself like you're rolling up your sleeve on a shirt. And what I did is I came outside with it. Let me show you here. And I took it. Now the filters on these Intex pools have a grate over the outside, right? So what I did, and I'll hold my camera, hopefully it won't fall in, is I stretched it over the top, as you can see right down there. And it's basically just like a sock filter right over the top of that grate. And you can already see, this is within 4 hours of me putting this on there. You can see all the brown junk getting stuck to the outside of that. Now that is all the stuff that would have gone inside there, made it way through that mesh that's normally covering it. That thing is to cover it, like get sticks and stuff out of there. But basically that would have all gone into the filter and then would have choked that filter with all that junk, and it's being caught by that filter under there right now. So there's one intake right there, and you can see there's a second intake right there, and it's just covered in this gray silt that has been collected, which is probably like skin and hair and like sunscreen chunks and whatever. It's just disgusting. So guys, that's what I did. So basically, like I said, I just bought these filter stretch things, I rolled them up and I put them over there like a sock. And the nice thing is the way that my grates cover those intakes is I was able to just tuck it in really nicely behind it. It just kind of stretches over the outside, and it just keeps so much of that junk from going into the filter. After a normal swimming session like this today, the kids probably would have gunked those up, the filter up so much that I would have already seen that pump reduced by about 30 to 70%, somewhere in that realm of reduction in that flow. And right now it has not changed since this morning after I cleaned it and put those things on there. So I think this is working. So guys, hopefully this can help you save a little bit of money. These guys that I bought at a pool store were $8 for 5. I only needed 2. They're washable, reusable, you know, and so I think it's gonna be really neat. So I'll put some links down in the description below to the pool that I got. Some of these filters, I'll put those down there as well. But again, hopefully you have to buy less of these or change them or clean them or do any of that stuff. So hopefully this, guys, will save you some money and some time this summer. So let me know down in the comment sections if you have any questions or if you wanna make sure that you have the same setup I do. But again, hopefully this is helpful, and I'll talk to you guys down in the comment section.